Hi guys, welcome to your library at home. It's me, Elda. Thanks for watching tonight. I have a fun, very simple and yummy recipe for you. Tonight we are going to make a simple puffed caramel corn. One of my absolute favorite recipes. I know I say that about a lot of my recipes, but okay, this is my absolute favorite puffed caramel corn recipe. So I do believe it is right about 7 o'clock. So hi guys, welcome to your library at home. It's me, Elda, and tonight we are making simple puffed caramel corn. Super easy, only need 5 ingredients. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First thing that you're going to need is a bag of this puffed corn. I don't know if you guys have had this before. This is the butter flavored puffed corn. This is actually a 3.5, hi Lucy, thanks for watching, a 3.5 ounce bag. So that's what we're gonna use for this recipe. Hi Cody, you guys are gonna really like this, it's super yummy. So we need 1 bag of puffed caramel corn, 3.5 ounces. You are going to need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and dump these right into my pan right now. You also need a 1/4 cup of corn syrup. And I actually filled mine to 1/2, so I am putting a 1/4 cup corn syrup. And hi Leisha, thanks for watching. And then you guys are going to need a 1/4 cup of butter, which is 1 stick. So we're gonna go ahead and put all of this into a a saucepan, which I'm gonna turn the camera down in a second and show you guys. And then the other ingredient you need is a 1/4 teaspoon of either baking soda or salt. And honestly, I prefer baking soda. Hi Alma, thanks for watching. The reason why I like baking soda is I'll show you guys, it gets super puffy when you get to the certain point. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera down and show you guys what I have going on in the pan right now. So I've got my, you guys can see this. I should have turned my pan on quicker, but I've got 1 stick of butter, 1/4 cup of corn syrup, and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and we are going to cook that. What you want to do is you want to cook it until it starts to boil. Now I know this goes pretty quickly on my stove. We're going to have to be patient. I don't know how quickly it's going to cook in our little handy hot pot right here, but we're gonna try it. Get that butter good and melted. I'm kind of breaking it up. My butter softened too, so not that that matters. Let's get this going. You know, last time I used this, it got really hot. Hi Maureen, thanks for watching. All right, let's see. All right, it's starting to get melty. What's gonna happen is this is gonna all melt down and we are going to let it cook for 2 minutes. So while this is melting, I've got a batch that's actually in the oven right now. So I wanna show you guys what we do once it's cooking. Oh, while you guys do this, while you're starting this part, you wanna go ahead and preheat your oven at 250 degrees. And you want to prepare a pan, a bigger pan too, because you don't want it to spill over. So I've got this ginormous pan here that I've gone ahead and sprayed with some Pam or cooking spray. All right, you guys can see this is getting all melty. So while that's melting, I want to show you this is the batch that I have cooking right now. It should be done right when we're done. So this is what it looks like when it's in the oven. In every 15 minutes, you just want to go ahead. This is an important part because you don't want it to stick. Just go ahead and toss it real good, okay? So we're going to toss this up, put it back in the oven. This is the batch that will be done when we're all done cooking. So here's what it looks like in the oven. And use a bigger pan. You don't want anything spilling over the sides. And let's see how quickly this is going. Okay, we're gonna stir this up real good. It's starting to get all melted. It's gonna start boiling in just a second. And then that's when we're gonna go ahead and add the baking soda. In the meantime, let's go ahead and add our puffcorn to our pan. Try not to make a lot of crinkling noises. Go ahead and cut it open with the scissors. You guys need to let me know if you make this, okay? Because this is, like I said, my son came home many years ago and said, Mom, somebody brought this to school, and he actually looked up the recipe, and it's been one of our go-tos ever since. Okay, so I've got that in the pan, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. Okay, we are starting to boil. I know you guys can't really see it, but I can hear it bubbling. So you wanna go ahead and let this boil for 2 minutes. Get it good and hot. So I'm going to start my timer. This and waiting for it to bake in the oven is the hardest part of this entire recipe. Being patient. What you wanna do too is, like I said, every 15 minutes, you cook it for 45 minutes at 250. And every 15 minutes, you're gonna want to stir it. All right, okay, can you guys see that? It's starting to boil and it's starting to thicken. So we've got 1 more minute, letting it boil. What's happening now is this is the caramel, and the sugar is all breaking down to make our caramel mixture. Stir it up. I don't know. Pretty soon it's gonna get really foamy. And if you guys noticed, I'm using a bigger pan. So you wanna use bigger pans for both when you're making your caramel mixture and what you're gonna put it in, because this is gonna puff up in just a second here. All right, can you guys see? Oh, it's all steamy and boiling. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead. It has been 2 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and add our baking soda. Just toss it in there. And then it's gonna turn into this like foamy, bubbly mixture. Mix it in all real good. Can you guys see how it's changing colors? Let all that baking soda cook in real good and let it foam over. If you guys can see how the texture of this has changed. All right, so once it's all foamy and bubbly, we know we are good to go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move my little hot plate out of the way. Actually, you guys, these are really handy. I never thought I would actually need one, but it's come in more handy than I thought. All right, I'll move this guy over. And here is, so you guys see how big my pan is, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and pour all our caramel mixture, stir it up real good, and just toss that right on there. Grab my spatula, get all of it out. This is the good stuff, so we don't want to waste any. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right, so now you just want to go ahead and toss this together, stir it up real good. And it's okay if it's not all coated. It will go ahead, and once you put it in the oven, it'll start baking. And the caramel will get really thin, and you'll be able to, after your first time stirring it, mix it all up. So every 15 minutes, so make sure you pay attention to your timer. All right, we're just gonna spread that out as best we can right now. And then this, we're gonna pop right in the oven. So that one is in, and this is the finished one, and as you can see, it is all coated. Now I want to give you this little tip. When you take it out of the oven, be sure to stir it up right away, otherwise they do stick. So right when you take it out of the oven, you don't really want to touch it because it's super hot, but let's get this, see why I use a bigger pan? This is also a double recipe, which after you make your first batch, I strongly recommend making a double recipe because this doesn't last very long. Sure, here you go. So just a little tip, okay. These guys are $2.29. This is Chester's puffcorn, and this is a 3.5 ounce bag. However, you can get a larger bag at either Aldi or like Butera. You can get twice the size bag for about the same price. So That was a 3.5 ounce bag of puffed corn. All right, so you see how it kind of does stick. So this is really important. You really want to stir it up really good right when you take it out. This is a great little treat too to put in baggies. We've given them to teachers, to our bus drivers. You're welcome. Everybody who's had this absolutely loves it. This is right up there with the saltine taco. Okay, so you see, I have stirred it up really well. Now it's not going to stick to my bottom, and it is ready to go. Also, if you guys are looking up a recipe, I do not recommend using wax paper, although they say to. It has been a very sad experience for me when I've used wax paper because it sticks to the wax paper and then you can't get your corn off your paper. All right, so here you go. So now you have these little individual pieces of puffed caramel corn. Like I said, super, super yummy. Definitely a favorite. And what I like to do is just toss it into a big bowl, put it out on the table, and let everybody munch away. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's recipe. I'll go over the ingredients again one more time. It is I'm gonna drop my bag. Sorry guys. A 3.5 ounce bag of puffed caramel corn, 1 stick of butter, a 1/4 cup of corn syrup, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of either baking soda or salt. And I recommend baking soda. And like I said, preheat your oven 250 and you bake it for 45 minutes. And don't forget to stir it because that's a really important part. You want all that caramel yumminess to kind of bake into it. Let's check on the one that's in the oven though real quick. All right, so that one hasn't quite yet been 15 minutes, so the caramel is not all around there, so I don't want to show you because it'll confuse you. But anyways, thank you guys for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's recipe. Please let me know. Hi, Janet. Thanks for watching. Let me know if any of you guys have made this. Please share anything in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in 2 weeks. Bye. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.